everybody. It's Tuesday night here at Beyond the Airways, the Infinity Project. Normally, this would be Tune In Tuesday, but guess what? All we have left is manga. That's
Uh,
it. Everything else for the rest of the year is done.
we
Sorry, I'm giving everybody a chance to. Now, imagine this light switch that
Okay.
has the stick figure of a man
I've
with the
seen it.
switch.
I've seen
It
it.
says, but there, did you see the caption?
Yep.
I emailed this photo to my Chinese doctor friend. He emailed back, if the light stays on for more than 4 hours, call your electrician.
Oh.
Eh.
Yeah, I've seen that one. All right, but anyway, that's not the only thing we're doing tonight. I mean, we're just gonna finish off the manga, and then we're gonna have some fun as Frodo and Oracle have a bit of an apple debate. And no, we're not talking about Gala, Golden Delicious, or Honeycrisp. Trust me.
We're talking about how shitty of a company Apple is to their customers, and because Ashley is an active Apple user, she can provide the opposite aspect when it comes to what I'm gonna say, which is how shitty Apple really is.
All right. Well, anyway, I'll get to the intros here. Now, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. Of course, I'm in my PJs. Joining me are
When
four.
isn't she?
Well, I think last night I wasn't. All right, but anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme, and I'm joined in line by four of my crazy cohorts. First, below me, the master and creator, Frodo. Hello, Frodo.
It's always me. Always, always, always.
You're
I'm
always the
always the
sus. You're
troublemaker.
always the sus. And over to my left is our no way I the sus, Janet.
Hello,
Except
everybody.
she is.
I am not a sus. And we also have our team of double trouble, Joker and Oracle, Mike and Ash. What's up, guys?
Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Hello,
Yep.
hello.
And Sancho just joined us in yon chat room.
Hello,
Hey,
Sajo.
Sajo.
Everybody run. Sajo's here.
Run for your life! Alright, since we only have one thing, we might as well just go ahead and get it over with, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Of
I'm
course,
getting in the chat room here.
alright, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna play the 5 second anime manga thing since all we have is manga, but I always have the thing, so. Here we go! Alright, now let me get to the page since, I gotta do the same thing anyway. It's Yata Tachi. I love the fact we have Yata Tachi.
I put it in the chat room already, so that's good to go.
Okay.
And while I'm at it, I'll also put it in the repository.
I'm glad I came up with that. I'm glad I came up with that idea because it gives us a way to find what we've already done.
Yep.
I'm sorry if anyone's upset that I did that, but
No! I think.
You're
Oh,
good.
No, trust me, you're good. Okay.
real quick before we
We're
get
good to
started,
go.
Shirley, did you see the picture someone posted to DragonCon official of Baby Yoda? He ate the elf on the shelf, and all you see is legs sticking out of his mouth.
good. The elf
Oh
on
my
the shelf
God!
needs to be killed.
Oh my god! Hey, kill the elf on the shelf!
Oof.
Okay, now I hop in. Alright, excuse the black screen, folks. I will get that up in un momento.
And then as soon as we're ready, we will do one row at a time like we did before.
And there
Go
we
by
are.
one.
We are all good now.
I am on a hot streak for stuttering, so excuse me.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to next week because we're trying to finish off this month. So December 2nd, from Seven Seas Entertainment, we got Accomplishments of the Duke Daughter, Volume 7. From Kodansha International, we got Boarding School Juliet, Volume 13. From Ghost Ship, we got Creature Girls, A Hands-on Field Journal in Another World, Volume 5. Then from Kandansha USA, The Daily Lives of High School Boys, Volume 3.
Yep. Then from Denpa, we got Femme Fatale, The Art of Shuzo Oshimi. From Yen Press, Gabriel Dropout, Volume 9. The next two from Seven Seas Entertainment. First is How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, Volume 4. What the hell? And then we also have How to Train Your Devil, Volume 4, instead of How to Train Your Dragon.
All right. Then the next three in this row is from Seven Seas Entertainment. First is Monster Masume Volume 16, My Monster Secret Volume 22, and My Status as an Assassin obviously exceeds the heroes 3. And from Dark Horse Comics, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard File, and it's a hardcover book. It's an art book.
Right. And then we have the same Resident Evil Biohazard document file for the Nook. I don't know how that got past it because I filled it out the digital stuff, so who knows? It's probably because it's an art
Same.
book.
I don't know how that
It's probably an
happened.
art book. All right.
Probably.
From Gosha we have Saki the Succubus Hungers Tonight Volume 4. From Katanshi International of Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie Volume 2. And from Seven Seas Entertainment we have The Sorcerer King of Destruction and the Golem of the Barbarian Queen Volume 1. That is a mouthful.
No kidding. All right, from Square Enix. Suppose a kid from the last Dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town, Volume 3. All right. From Yen Press, we got Sword Art Online Platinum Collector's Edition, hardcover. From Seven Seas Entertainment, Syrup, a Yuri Anthology, Volume 2. And from Ghost Ship, To Love Rue Darkness, Volume 18.
Mm-hmm. Then from Grenadier International, we've got Whisper Me a Love Song Volume 2. And from Ghost Ship, we have Yokai Girls Volume 12.
All right. Then on to the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, the second one. All right. From Kandansha International, Beyond Clouds 3. From Yem Press are my favorite things in the world, Volume 3.
Seriously.
Seriously. Another from Yem Press is Bungo Stray Dogs, Volume 17. And last, from Yem Press in this row, A Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School, Volume 9.
All right. Then from Denpa, we've got The Girl with the Sanpaku Eyes, Volume 3. Next year from Yen Pressers, we have High School Prodigies Have It Easy Even in Another World, Volume 9. And I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level, Volume 4. Then from Kardashian International, Magic Knight Rare 25th Anniversary Manga Box Set 2. This is hardcover.
I wonder how much.
Well,
Good question.
I could find out.
Go ahead and look it up and I'll do this row.
You got it.
All right, from Kandansha USA, Pretty Boy Detective Club, Volume 2. The Swindler, The Vanishing Man, and The Pretty Boys. From Kandansha International, we got Sashi's Monstrous Appetite, number 1. From Yen Press, got Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, Volume 12. And from Seven Seas Entertainment, Taco and Naga, Volume 4.
Yep. All right. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have fun with the next two here. From Yen Press, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Volume 3, The Ways of the Monster Nation. And from Kardashian International, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Trinity and Tempest, Volume 2. And then from Kardashian International, we have Witch Hat Atelier Set in Volume 7.
All right, then I will do the 5th and the 31st.
All right.
From Digital Manga Publishing, Kima Gure Orange Road Manga Omnibus Volume 6. And, from Faku Books, the Pink Album. And there is no cover because it is mature.
Ouch.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Listen to this. Magic Knight Rare 25th Anniversary Manga Box Set 2 at Barnes & Noble. It's normally $130. Sale price $116.99. Now, it's available for pre-order because it's not out till the 29th. It's like, dang,
Yeah,
that's
that's
expensive,
alright.
though. It's like, no.
I see what you mean
That's
about
perfect
Frank the
for you.
Gargoyle.
Yeah.
He's good
That's-
with the Santa hat on.
Hmm.
That's perfect for you, though, Shirley.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes. Sajo said Among Us is now gonna be on Nintendo Switch. It actually already is. It's
It's
only five
it's out
bucks.
already. It just came out earlier today.
Yeah, and then there's something about some sort of
Hey,
cross-platform thing where like you can hook up your character to like your PC and
All
everything else.
Well,
as long as
basically,
the name is the same across all the platforms, it'll be the
Mm-hmm.
fine. But
Okay.
the thing is, because of the fact that there are no actual saved uh, profiles in Among Us yet,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's so true. Yes, man. I'm sorry. I'm really tired.
you had a hard day today, didn't you?
Yeah, busy, busy. Let's put it this way. I was busy. I didn't have any appointments today, but it gave me time to like get some things done, including having to move
it's
everything
the
one more
same on
time
Amazon as well.
because I had to, you remember I had to move my
What a
decorations
69.
and left them for a week and a half thinking the guy wasn't going to show up, so I put him back out. He finally showed up today, but it's like, okay, I know he's here. I could just take him out of the way, put him right back out as soon as he's done, and by about 2:30, 3 o'clock, they were back out. So I'm happy about that.
So, are we good to go with the
Yes,
debate?
I believe it's time. It's time to say to Apple or not to Apple.
Not
That
to
I
is the
Apple.
think
question.
Ashley should switch with you, Mike.
Want to switch?
Okay.
Switch it. Your.
Let the
I
switch
don't
it.
mean to be mean or anything, but this way, the person that we're going to
Okay.
be
Get my mouse.
using as a counterpoint is front and center in your
Nope.
frame.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. No. Okay. Now I can bring up Zoom.
So, we are looking at 21:13 right now for time.
Yep.
That means we've got about 45 minutes to debate some stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Ashley, I'm going to let you start. Okay?
I don't think she had a chance to prepare.
I don't know
That's
what to
okay. No,
say.
that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This the whole idea is just think think quickly because that's how usually debate works.
Anyway, I want to let you start because you're on the positive side of Apple.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you like about Apple?
Um, I don't know. I just basically I like their products, but the only thing I really don't like is the how expensive they are.
Okay, we'll get into that here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The interface you
Uh-huh.
like the OS, how it looks, and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, my issues with Apple are deep seated. I used to mess with Apple devices a lot. When I was in kindergarten, I messed around with an Apple IIc computer. So I do have experience with Apple, okay? It's not like I completely ignore them. But as a general rule of thumb, I will never purchase an Apple product for many reasons. Um, One of the biggest reasons is their hostility towards consumers. Okay, as a customer, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Both you and Shirley, because you both have Apple products, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As consumers of Apple products, do you feel like you own your device?
Well, I would say I bought it,
I don't
but
know. I feel like I do.
I mean, I've had my iPad for a few years. I gave mom my old iPad, and hers is still working fine. And
What would you
I have worked with Mac computers since you see I did a little bit when we had the old ancient Macintosh in the 80s, and I could play Where in the World is Carmen San Diego.
Oh, I remember those.
Oh my
What
God.
What?
One of the things this gal put in her gargoyle display was a COVID-19 plushie.
I know. I saw that. All
Oh,
right. Back to our subject at hand, though.
Okay, I agree with you on that, and I'm gonna agree with Ashley on a big point. Their interface is beautiful. Okay, their iOS interface in general is beautiful. Okay,
it looks more like a program.
it is a program, Mike. Okay, here's the thing. How iOS works is it's essentially a mini version of the Mac OS. And the fact that it looks the way it does is intentional because what Mac OS is built on is FreeBSD. And that means that the iPhone is built on FreeBSD. So it's literally based on a Linux, well, not a Linux, but a Unix based system.
Yeah, I've heard of Unix, so it
Yeah.
was something. It was something I studied itself. So
And just to bring everyone up to date, Unix is not Linux, but
right.
Linux is based on Unix.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mhm. It does. Yeah. Now I'll tell you this. I started working with Mac computers at Herb Jones starting about I think it was 2000, and there were. I mean, when I would have to work pages on both, it was so strange having to go from one end to another because you had like the Mac version of InDesign or PageMaker would have a whole bunch of different things that PC didn't, and the PC would have things that Mac didn't, if you know what I mean.
And that's true. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to say this. As far as the Apple interface is concerned, it is it's been consistent since 1984. There's always been a start menu. You've always had that menu bar on top. The menu bar look and design may have changed,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been an ever present part of the Mac system.
Right.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Mm.
Okay. However, I will say that it does stymie creativity for your programmers
Mm-hmm.
because
Especially when I'll tell you this, there were some cases where I'd have to figure out how to like make something from a Mac that would work on a PC, and then and the same thing the other way around too. Because there were times we actually had to do that.
and it can be a pain in the ass. It really
Yeah.
can. And that a lot of that has to do with the fact that Windows and Mac use two different
Operating systems.
no, it's not operating systems. It's
Oh.
even more elementary than that.
Oh.
File systems.
Ah. Okay. Pardon me. I'm going to mute myself temporarily to blow my nose. I don't.
Yeah.
Sick Bee production.
So to explain what I mean by that, in most Windows versions nowadays, your file system is NTFS, New Technology File System. Nowadays in Macintosh and actually iPhones too,
Mm-hmm.
and iPads and everything, you use what's called the APFS, Apple Professional File System.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day before APFS
Yep.
became standard, you had the HSFS. Or
Uh-huh.
no, HPFS, High Performance File System.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is with those, the reason that they've never been really compatible is because it's literally the equivalent of the I the Windows computer talking in English and the Mac computer talking in Romulan.
True.
Okay, and that's why there's always been compatibility issues even to this day.
Mhm.
There's compatibility issues between Mac and Windows. Mac can read Windows stuff pretty well, but the other way around, it doesn't work out so well.
I know it's like when we have well, if there were images I would have to place and such, I would have to like convert the page from Mac to PC and have to literally replace the images to make sure they were working. Of course, now when we did the Photoshop work at my job, we used Macs because one thing I loved, they had like the quick key shortcut. I mean, yeah, they do it on the PC too, but they had it so specific. It was easy for me when I used it.
And that is one thing I will say for Apple. They do make it pretty idiot proof to do
Hmm.
use their stuff. I'm not trying to be mean to
No.
anyone in specific. It's
Mm-mm.
just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty idiot proof.
Mm.
However, this breaks me down to one of my huge grievances: lack of customization.
True.
When you're working with a Macintosh or iOS, you really cannot customize how your things look. Sure,
Oh,
you can tweak stuff, but you have to stay within these rigid guidelines that Apple sets forth.
yeah, because I have this I had that custom ringtone that Doug Stone had done for me. I would love to make it my voicemail, but I can't.
Yep, and that's an example. Another example in Android, I can change my icons, how many icons show on each screen of my main screen, where my apps drawer is. I can change how my status bar looks, how my volume toggles look when they appear on screen. I
Mhm.
could change how my navigation bar on the bottom looks. I
Mhm.
can literally change all of that, no problem, with very little in the way of anything standing in my way. To do any of that in Apple and iOS, you have to break your device. And that's literally true. You have to what's called jailbreak your device. While yes, it doesn't damage it, it does do one thing that a lot of people don't like, and that's void your warranties.
Mhm.
So a lot of Apple devices tend to have a white screen for most of their little inbuilt apps.
Mhm.
And people like me, that black on white text theme actually hurts my eyes after a while.
And you're talking about you'd like to put it in dark mode. You don't like it in bright mode.
Yes, I
I'm the
can't
same way.
stand.
I'm the same way now. I love it dark because it's easy for me to read it.
I mean, I can't stand light mode anymore because
Mhm.
it hurts. It physically hurts. And it's not like I'm complaining, it's a fact. Okay?
Mhm.
While newer versions of iOS may address this and give you capability to switch to dark mode,
Mhm.
it's still buried between many different levels of menuing. Here in Android, all I have to do to change to dark mode is put a put a home screen replacement on, flip it to dark mode, done.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, and unless my computer decides to clean my cache file for me, I keep everything in mine in black. YouTube,
yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, I like it all that way because it's easier on my eyes.
Yeah.
And that's how I have it too.
Mhm.
My Gmail uh theme is a terminal. Like seriously, it's a terminal.
Oh.
Right.
Now, I will say this. I do appreciate that Apple has been making more efforts to make stuff more appropriate for people with disabilities or poor eyes or whatever.
Mhm.
Problem: Windows has been doing it for years. Android's been doing it since the beginning.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Um, Ash, have you ever had any experiences? Let's see. Do you have an iPhone or not?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that experience with the with that that battery situation?
Oh, yeah.
Or they
Yeah.
said they were like purposely trying to drain your battery so you would be forced to like get a new phone and such.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now that right there is another thing that pisses me right the fuck off. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know about you, but when I pay for a device, I expect to be able to use all of that device's capabilities for the entire time I own that device. I don't care what it is, my Nintendo Switch, my computer, my
My Atari
everything.
2600. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, that's a very good example of what I'm saying. Even to today, even though some of the technology of the A2600 is old as balls, okay, it a lot of it still works
Mhm.
reliably. Whereas with like Apple devices, if they decide that you have too old of an iPhone,
Mhm.
they can just push a small patch through your iTunes software and say, "Oh, we're just going to throttle your iPhone down to where you're going to wonder if it's where yeah, it's barely functional." Just like James just said,
Mhm.
where it's barely functional and you question if you've done something wrong. That right there is what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Planned obsolescence.
Oh boy.
That's what it
Obsolescence?
yep.
That sounds crazy.
It, it is crazy, but here's the thing. You don't have planned obsolescence in Android.
No.
Yeah, your version might be a lower version, but it doesn't mean it's not going to work.
Right.
And another example would be another
Plug
example would
it
be
in,
Windows.
plug it in. Sorry.
No, he his phone was about to die.
Ah. Well, in this case, literally, plug it in, plug it in.
Yeah, well, so I mean, I have a problem with planned obsolescence,
Mhm.
but I also have a big, big, big problem with another thing that they do. And this is something that I want to wring everyone at Apple's neck for. And it's two prong. Incredibly awful customer service when it comes to repairs
Mhm.
and not allowing anyone to repair their devices.
Mhm. That's true. I mean, if we didn't have to go to like a certified Apple dealer or uh, technician or something like that, you know, that'd be kind of nice if we could do that ourselves. But we're not expert. Not everybody here's an expert.
I'm not even an expert. I can't micro solder for the life of me. I can't
Yeah,
solder for
I
the
can't either.
life of me.
Mm.
Okay, that's something I never learned to do. But here's the thing. With Apple customer service, and the Genius Bar, as they put it,
Mhm.
you have, let's say, a cable internally on an on a Mac computer, a little cable about 3 inches long, an inch wide, and has two connectors on it that has maybe a little bit of corrosion on it that causes it to not get the signal through to the computer anymore, right?
All right.
Right.
It's an easiest balls fix. Just pop it open, take out that cable, put a new one in, 20, $30 in 30 minutes, right?
If you know what you're doing.
Mhm.
Even if you don't know what you're doing, if you pop it open and see the problem, it's not hard to fix. The problem comes down to when that kind of stuff happens, and this isn't MacBook Air I'm talking about right now, one that Louis Rossman fixed. For those that are interested, Rossman Group on YouTube.
Mhm.
Um, but literally, it was a little cable internally that connected the screen
Bless
to the
you.
motherboard, and a couple of pins on the port on the cord on the cable itself were corroded and weren't making a good connection, which meant that the light internally in the screen wasn't functional. Okay, it sounds stupid, and it is stupid, but Apple literally said that the CPU, okay, that exists. The GPU, wait a second,
What's the matter?
MacBook MacBook Airs don't have a GPU. It's
Mm.
built into the CPU. And the screen were possibly damaged beyond belief, which would have been a $1,200 repair. Kid, literally a teenage kid, took his computer that Apple said would cost $1,200 to fix to Louis Rossman. Literally,
Mhm.
he had it fixed in less than 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Okay, and Apple goes to war against independent repair shops because they don't know how to fix our stuff properly. It kind of sounds like you don't know how to fix your shit properly. So, woe be unto anyone who has an Apple product that decides to tank.
Mhm. I'm so.
Shirley,
What?
you're trouble.
I know, cause I'm falling asleep. And it's
Damn
not
it,
for
Jeff,
boredom.
stay
It is not.
awake.
It isn't boredom. I promise you. Okay. I'm just really, really tired tonight.
Actually, Shirley, hit the hit the fair use thing
Okay. Let me go back here. Fair use coming.
because I'm gonna hand you a link.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hand you a link to that video I'm talking about with Rossman.
Okay. And I assume it's gonna be in the chat, right?
Yeah, one of the chats. I don't know which.
Which chat is it? No, I'm kidding.
I don't
Yeah, I'm just
know.
really, really tired today. That's why.
Oh, I understand.
I woke up at 4 o'clock and the dogs got me up in 6:16.
I didn't go to bed till 4:30
Oh,
this
geez.
morning.
Whose fault was that?
Mine.
What were you doing that late?
I forgot to take Z-Quil at like 10 something.
Oh, 10:15. I think is your alarm.
I don't remember the time. I have no
Where's Michael
idea
I'm
who that
Jackson?
trying.
is.
Where's Michael Jackson? Remember that time? Okay.
Anyway,
Like I said, I'm looking for this video because it's in my play history because I watched it recently. But literally, what it ends up be explaining as is this little cable, literally 3 inches long, 1 inch wide,
Mhm.
is all that was causing the problems for this computer.
Mhm.
And a kid brought the computer to Rossman and he fixed it right in front of him
Mhm.
in less than like 20 minutes or something like that.
Mhm. Oh
And
yeah,
it's just
JJ's.
like,
Yeah, but before we're going, JJ's in the chat room. Hey JJ.
Hey JJ.
so I mean, I have a problem with companies doing that to their customers because a lot of like Apple specifically believes that you don't own your device when you purchase it.
Hmm.
Hey, Apple, we do too own it. We gave you the cash for it. We paid for it. It's officially ours now.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No. Because
Apple does
yeah, because I just paid
Apple
off the
doesn't
two. I just paid off both of the phones I had on Consumer Cellular. So because
well,
Hunter has an
and
iPhone
Apple
8. I have 8 Plus. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. Apple doesn't believe that because they want to own your device. They think that because they made it, they
Mhm.
have the right to dictate how you use it.
Mhm.
Who's that talking in the background?
James
That
Rudolph.
yeah,
James.
that's
Hi,
James.
James.
Yeah. It's like you have to go to an official Apple thing. I can't remember what it's
Apple's
exact.
Apple Store.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Apple Store.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had an Apple store here in Montgomery. It's gone. It's been long gone for years.
All right, all
Huh.
right, all right. I found it, and this was 2 years ago that it happened, but it's still a problem with how Apple is. I'm gonna pop it in the Zoom chat.
All right, and I'll copy it over to the whatchamacallit, the repository.
I
Did you
think
talk
that's a
about repository?
actually James just made a good point,
Hmm.
and I can't deny this. And I think Mike, you're gonna agree when you hear this.
Okay.
Apple is the hardware version of Electronic Arts.
In other words, Electronic Arts is sus.
yeah, I would
EA
agree with that.
doesn't EA do a didn't EA buy out Pogo?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, EA is a video games who've done really poorly in the
If
last
we're live.
Okay.
decade or so, maybe. And I would have to agree that Apple is the same way as EA.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Shirley.
All right.
Pop it up.
All right. Let me pop it in here. Okay. All right. Got it. All right. Ready or not? Here we go.
Now, I want to declare this is a fair use
Mhm.
because we are transforming it by having our stuff in the top right corner. But
Mhm.
the point is
See if we're
valid
live.
to what he says.
Mhm.
Right, looks like we're live.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, introduce yourself. What's your
My
name?
name's Alexander
Microphone?
My name's Alexander Manatas. I am a sophomore in high school.
And what brings you here today?
Uh, I seen your videos online, and I think very intelligent man, and I my MacBook Air stopped working. The screen was very dim,
So what was it doing? It was flickering, blinking,
flickering,
or
blink. It was very dim, but when I clicked keys, it wouldn't do anything. But when I did click command something, it lit up full brightness,
okay.
but
So
then it turned off.
so what was your first inclination when this happened?
Oh,
What was your first inclination to do?
oh crap! They're gonna. I'm gonna go to the Apple store. They're probably gonna overcharge me because it's out of warranty.
Well, let's assume the best. So you went to the Apple Store, and what happened after you went to the Apple Store? What did they tell you?
They told me that the GPU needs to be fixed, the motherboard, and the display, and that would cost $1,200 altogether.
All right, so first interesting thing here is, as any of you may see on the table, this is a MacBook Air, which does not have a graphics chip. It only has a CPU and inbuilt graphics. So what exactly did they say needed to be replaced again?
The GPU, motherboard, and display.
GPU, motherboard, and display. And
Yeah.
what was the quote for that? Like 300, 200, 400?
This GPU would be, think, around 400.
Mm-hmm.
Motherboard would be around 700. They didn't know about the display, but
What was like the roundabout quote?
1,000.
$1,000. All right, what actually happened to be wrong with this thing? Let's take a look. So, there's some. Do you know what a Hall sensor is?
No.
All right, so a Hall sensor is something that's going to detect when a magnet goes by it. So you have a magnet in the screen right over here, and there's a sensor over here. See what happens when I put a magnet?
Yep.
Every time I
I
put a
see that.
magnet, it is turning the light off. Now, this Hall sensor is going to communicate with the main logic board via this little cable.
Mm-hmm.
And let's take a look at what your original DC in cable look like. Just scroll this by.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything that you can see once we zoom in on the screen here that looks funny?
This is the original
Can you
cable.
point to it?
Okay.
The pin 9 and 10, the pin connector.
On which side? Left or right?
Right.
Right side. So, if you look right over here, and we'll zoom in to get it more obvious for those viewing after the awful YouTube compression kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse my unsteady hand here. You'll see that right around here we have a little bit, teeny tiny bit of corrosion. So this
As
is
you
a
can
case
see,
where you did actually
pins
have to
8
get
and
some
9,
sort of liquid
9
in it,
and 10
whether
are
it was
screwed
a
up.
quarter of a drop
Yeah, looks
or
like it.
gallon is up to anybody's interpretation. So if you count the pins here, you'll see it happens on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it happens on pins 9 and 10. Now, if we look over at the schematic in the board view, let's just get that stuff on the screen over here.
Oh
And
wow.
go over to our connector and we count, you'll see that if we count 1, 2,
And then he
3,
goes
4,
into
5,
a piece of
6,
software
7,
from a
8,
guy named
9,
Paul
10,
Daniels
you have
and traces
SMC
the
lid.
wires.
SMC lid is going to be where that Hall sensor is going to communicate
Dang.
with the SMC.
I didn't
So
realize it
let's
was that
find
complicated.
SMC lid. So SMC lid
This
is going to be
complex
pulled up
shit.
to 3.42
This is
volts.
really complex. But this is why the whole right to repair
And then that's going
movement
to
is a
communicate
thing.
with the SMC, which
Because
I keep
you've
passing
got
because of Paul
people
Daniels' software.
like this
Paul Daniels,
Louis
if you're watching,
Rossman
you're
who
gonna get
know what the fuck
So
they're
as you can
doing,
see here,
know
Yeah.
how to fix these things,
that goes into the SMC chip.
and are
And
willing
if there's
to
any
do
corrosion on there,
component
you're
level
going to get
repairs.
the 3.42 volts, which tells the system's open, to go down to 0 volts until
Apple
it
has
thinks
been
closed.
been
Yeah, it's
so
going to think it's
bad with
closed,
this,
and when it thinks it's
they
closed, it's going to turn your light
actually
off because the first thing that happens
banned
when you
a
close the
woman
computer is your
named
light is off.
Like on
Jessa
the iPad cover,
from their
turn it off automatically.
Yeah, so do you
from
understand now
their
why it is that this
forums
was not working?
when some people
Well,
were
you now
asking
understand more
if
than a
it's
genius, because if they
possible
replaced your logic board
to
and your screen, they would
retrieve
have actually never
pictures
replaced this
from
cable that
a
communicates with the Hall
iPhone that's
sensor,
been
and it
fo-
still would
water
not have worked after you
damaged.
paid $1,000.
And they said just buy a new computer.
So you now know more than a genius.
Thank you.
Good stuff, kid.
Appreciate it.
There. Well, enjoy your working computer. Just gotta
Thank
put
you.
your screws
What?
in, and
Uh,
you all can look up what this cable costs on the internet if
That
you're
was a
interested.
simple
It's
enough yes or no
821-1722.
And
Now,
they banned her?
As I said with the
Yeah.
CBC piece, that was a computer that, to my knowledge, looking under a microscope for 10 minutes,
So,
which they did not include
this
in the CBC
isn't just
piece,
a
don't know why,
problem
did not have liquid in
with
it. This one did have to
Apple.
have liquid in it.
It's a problem with a lot of tech companies. The problem is Apple actively goes against right to repair legislation.
Mhm.
Okay, that's the problem. Apple is, by their very nature, because of what they do, anti consumer.
Mm.
What do you think, Ashley?
I don't know. I mean, I agree with that, but at the same time, I I I don't know. I don't. I guess
Well, and that's fine. Have you ever known me to diss you because you disagree?
no.
I agree in some senses
Hmm.
that there are a lot of people that don't know what the hell they're doing to fix devices.
Yeah.
Okay? But in this example,
Hmm.
that's just not the case. Lewis Rossman and Jessa know what the fuck they're doing. They probably know better than Apple themselves because they actually figure out what all the components do.
Hmm.
Do I say that component level repairs are easy? Oh hell fucking no. Oh hell no. But should Apple be actively trying to tell people that component level repairs are not safe? What do you think?
Mm.
I'm actually asking you, Ashley. What do you think?
Oh. Mm, no.
I mean, if someone wants to keep a computer that they've had for 10 years because it has important data on it
Yeah.
and a couple resistors is all that is needed to fix them,
Hmm.
why shouldn't they have that option to repair that computer?
Because then Apple won't get to keep selling him products. How will they ever stay in business if they can't keep forcing all of their customers to buy new products every few years?
Mm. Well,
I think James just hit the nail on the head. And
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Yeah, things that are good for the consumer aren't good for the producer. The producer, it's in their best interest for customers to keep buying new products over and over again. But it's good. That's best for the consumer to keep using the product they already have as long as possible. Uh, uh,
What do you guys think? Do you think James has got it right on the head?
Valid point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
But you know
does.
I
what?
agree.
You know what? I think that's what Apple's strategy is. They force people to buy new products when they're, they just keep coming out with new products and coming out with new products and coming out with new products to force the people who have something they're perfectly content with to buy. Just like the little iPod I have, they don't do updates on it anymore.
Yeah.
Mm.
They don't do fucking updates on it anymore. And I think it's
And
just a
that's
ploy. I think it's just a fucking ploy, blech, fucking
oh,
ploy to get you to buy their products. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah, but is there any new iPods in this day and age? No, I don't think
No,
so.
it's all download.
Well, it's all on the iPhone.
Yeah.
Well,
iPhone
look,
took
I ain't gonna
JJ,
pay no. I ain't
God
gonna
when it
pay no
came to
$1,000 for the latest iPhone. That's about how much the latest iPhone is.
mhm.
oh, it's
Yeah.
more than that, sure, Jan. We're
Well,
talking probably 1,500 now.
well, you want to know something? That's about for a few dollars more, you could get yourself a brand new laptop.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um,
You know?
J JJ says even for those who know what they're doing would sometimes have a little rough time with it. Yes, but here's the thing with that aspect. If you know what the fuck you're doing to fix a product that
That's
you fucking paid for, why shouldn't you have that right to fix your product?
You know what? You do have a point. If you know what you're doing, do it.
And
Shirley, wake up over there.
here's the other
Wake up,
aspect of
Shirley.
it.
oh,
Excuse
sorry.
me. I had to.
Here's the here's the other aspect about it, okay?
Mm.
Even if you can't yourself fix it, but you know someone who can,
Like you.
aka Lewis Rossman, aka uh yeah, aka anyone who has that capability, why is it then that companies try to make it more difficult for people to fix?
Yeah.
Take, for example, Rossman. He can't get any uh, schematics anymore.
Mm,
He can't get schematics of Apple products. You know why?
why?
Because Apple doesn't publish them.
Mm.
Am I wrong to hate this?
Oh.
No.
No.
No. If more people would rebel against Apple, maybe, just fucking maybe, they would pay better attention to their paying customers
Mm-hmm.
and not pull the shit they're pulling.
Yeah, because I had an iPhone 6s, but I had to upgrade because guess what? They were gonna stop doing updates on that particular brand of phone. So I
Mm.
upgraded to an 8. That's great and all, but it's like one thing I can't stand is the fact that they want to keep coming up with new phones, and this is partially the part of the consumer, not you and me, Ash, but people with this.
Mhm.
They want to keep buying up that technology, not realizing they're paying at least $1,000 for it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna stick with my 8s until it cannot be done anymore. It can't work anymore.
Yeah, I'm sticking. I still have
Well,
my 6S Plus, and I've had that for quite a while, and it's like not updating mine anytime soon.
Hmm.
and I mean, I don't have a problem if you like Apple because you like them legit
Yeah.
for something they've done for you.
Hmm.
Uh,
But my problem is how Apple treats their consumers in general.
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Hmm. It's just the problem
It's
is.
anti
Go ahead.
it's anti-consumer, it's anti-competition, and as far as I'm concerned, it's just like Facebook.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's an antitrust violation.
Yep. Exactly.
What do you what do you guys think?
Well, I mean, let's face it. I mean, the FTC's gone after what Facebook and Google,
Yep.
and the fact that Facebook's getting a little too powerful, because Apple's getting too powerful, and Sprint got bought up by T-Mobile, so now they're all one big company. It's like they're running out of competition.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem.
Hmm.
Okay? With regards to operating systems on computers, you're basically funneled into three options. You either get Windows,
Hmm.
which I know many people have issues with. I'm not so much a fan of Windows myself because I don't like all the privacy spying shit that they put in their newest operating systems,
Mhm.
but I use it because I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
Okay, you can get Macintosh OS, great for fucking content creators,
Oh,
great for that.
yeah. Oh, I remember. I remember the days when Oh no, I blanked. Oh, damn it! I
I
totally
remember the
blanked.
days when Photoshop was a Mac exclusive.
Yes, you're right.
Okay,
Mhm.
you got you either got those two or you go on the fringe and get a Linux distribution. The most common and popular of which is Ubuntu or any variant thereof.
Mhm.
That's the problem. The tech industry is getting too centralized on a few specific companies.
Agreed.
Face, Facebook, Google, Apple,
Mhm.
um,
Samsung.
Samsung, uh,
I used to do Samsung. I went back to Motorola.
Mhm.
even Motorola to a degree. You
Mhm.
know, I mean, and that's the problem I have is that these companies that are running things for the tech industry are just that. They are running things.
Yeah, and what's crazy is you got this. There's this pandemic that's been going on. People still line up at Apple stores looking for the latest iPhone.
Hmm.
Well, you're not. I'm not one of them. I'm
Me
sorry.
neither. Uh-uh.
I'm
It's like I'm
sorry.
sorry, I ain't paying that much. It's like I am not paying that much for anything Apple. Now, I got lucky one time. I got an Apple iPad, and it was 199.99. Now, no, I'm sorry, it was 174, like 174.99. Now, it just happened to be the weekend of no tax, and then I also had a $25 Walmart gift card, so I ended up paying approximately $150 for an iPad, which is not bad at all.
No.
No, but I will say this though. JJ brought up a couple points I want to point out.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know what the second one was, but the first one, if someone else can fix it, they lose. They know
They'll
they
lose
lose
the
the
money.
money.
That is
Yeah,
true. That is so true.
but that is so true. But here's the problem: don't you think you own the device when you buy it?
Yeah, but then
Yes.
they still want to track your moves and so forth and so on.
Nickel and dime you. And another example would be what Ashley has for her computer.
Hmm.
Ashley,
Yeah.
you have that little thing that gives you the HDMI port and all that for your computer, don't you?
Yeah. I do.
You have it with you?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry.
to explain, she has a little box that's literally a 2 by 2 square
Mm-hmm.
that its only purpose is to break out a USB C port into HDMI, another USB C, and a USB Type A port.
No.
That's its only reason for existing.
Yeah. Well, you have to excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched the voice. I just watched the finale of the voice, and the 15-year-old is the winner. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but I think it's the
Wow.
youngest person ever to win the voice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't. Let me check on the guy's name. But yeah, there was a 15-year-old for Team Gwen. So yes, Blake's streak is broken. Let's
I
see.
didn't know you liked those kind of shows.
Well, the reason why I like this one particularly better is because when you go in blind, they're only listening to the person's voice. They're not seeing the person yet. That's one of the things I like.
Okay.
That is one of the things I
All right,
do
that was
like
fun.
about the voice. It's one of those let's see. All right, let me go find out what that kid's name was because I forgot. Like I said, I could not remember his name for the sake of me. Oh my God! I'm gonna tell you something interesting. The 10 o'clock news just started, and I swear to God, the female anchor, her name is Valerie Lawson. She looks like she came right out of the 50s.
My cat and wife are playing with each other.
Oh, Maddie.
Maddie, soon,
Sarah.
soon.
Soon.
Yeah, I know it's
But yeah,
Oh,
it's Carter something. I forgot the kid's last name. Damn it. But all I know is he's 15. He's the youngest person ever to win The Voice. So it's
but
Carter.
yeah,
Got it. Carter Rubin. Carter Rubin. That's his name.
all right. I just want to say, I think personally that um, everyone who supports Apple should speak with your wallets.
Hmm.
Do not purchase any new Apple devices. Do not support their um, outrageous repair costs that don't actually repair the problem,
Hmm.
especially since most of the time they're just telling you to get a new computer or a new iPhone.
Yeah.
And do not, by any stretch of the imagination, support any business that tries to tell you that you don't have the right to do what you want with your property.
Hmm.
Because the minute the money exchanges hands between you and the previous owner, it's done.
Hmm.
You own it. Am I
Exactly.
wrong?
Nope.
No. Mm-mm.
And as part of that, if a phone of yours dies, let's say you have an iPhone and it dies, go to Android. Don't go to Samsung. Just go to Android.
Hmm.
Go to say LG.
Ta-da!
LG make what?
Yeah, I was like, ta-da, because you said LG, and I have a LG phone.
Well, and I'm just using LG as an example. Go to LG.
And
They don't try and screw over their customers. You know, LG treats their customers well.
you know
Um,
what? I have consumer cellular. That's where I got my phone. Good tech support for them too. You don't have to go to um, AT&T or
Well, what
some
I
of
did
the
was,
other.
see, now what I did was I got my iPhone
that's
through
what's
Consumer Cellular,
and
Right,
but
but they use
I
either
still get the best customer
AT&T.
service.
They use AT&T towers.
Hmm. Yeah, I still get the best customer service from them too. So.
Yeah.
but
Hello,
like I
everybody.
said, especially for you, Ashley,
She stepped away. She'll
I
be right
understand.
back.
Okay.
Ah,
She had to take cool too. Let's us both sleep.
well, at least Maddie's not tinkling on mommy's chest.
Oh God.
Maddie!
Maddie.
Did Maddie do what I think she did?
She,
Frodo? Did
What'd she
she,
did she do what I think she did?
do?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But
Janet,
What?
you're
Why?
misgendering my cat.
it's a he, right?
He.
Okay, did he do what I think he did?
Oh, a couple days ago, he decided it was a good idea to pee in front of the bathroom door.
Oh.
Well,
Maddie.
I had a cat. It's not the same as pissing on the floor, but we had a extra room that was separate from the main house. My mom and Jack slept out in that room because at the time my dad worked nights and needed his sleep during the day. But invariably, my cat would leave dead birds or dead lizards right in front of the door. Guess who stepped in the shit?
You did.
You did.
No,
Who?
my mom.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
So
even
I'd
worse.
hear, Janet, come clean this shit up. Because she'd stepped in it
Yeah.
going into the main house to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, I'll
But
tell you. Yeah. Well, speaking of crazy nature, yesterday I was on my way to work and I spotted something crazy in my own neighborhood. A turkey vulture eating up on a squirrel. That was
That
crazy.
sounds that sounds just like your dream come true there, Shirley.
Yeah, just seeing nature at work, but it was worth it.
I'm just teasing you, but
I
don't
know, I
worry.
know.
But
No, you're
no,
fine.
anyway, like I was saying, as a general rule of thumb, I do not recommend doing business with a company who treats customers like garbage.
Mhm.
And that's putting it lightly.
Mhm.
And as of right now, and as of when I first decided to say Apple fucking sucks,
Mhm.
um, I'm gonna say that Apple falls on that list very deep.
Mhm. And I'd agree, because I'll tell you
Okay.
something. I still have my old iPod, but I've been trying to transfer everything to the little iPod Touch. Now, the only thing that really makes me unhappy is the fact that they will not let you copy over videos like MP4s off your computer onto this. It's like it has to be strictly bought from iTunes, and I think that's ridiculous because my old iPod it still works, it still can copy everything, but with this it won't let you, which that merely ticks me
Yeah.
off.
It that's it. That's what's called digital rights management, and it's a part of computer life nowadays
Mhm.
that I hate.
but
Yeah.
it's not Apple's music videos. It's not Apple's music or videos. It's Shirley's videos, not
Mhm.
Yeah,
Apple.
but you see, when Shirley has those videos, they don't have any DRM coding in them.
Right.
When the iPod is looking at the videos, it's
Mhm.
expecting to see this DRM code.
Mm.
When it doesn't see it, it just says, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Yeah.
for lack of a better term.
Yeah, because I
And
think
that's a problem.
yeah, it's ridiculous because if like man, I want to watch my old my magician episodes that I downloaded. Now the good news is I figured out if I'm on a long road trip, I'm not gonna be able to watch them anyway. So the next best thing to do is I turned them all into MP3s, and they
And
did
you've seen the episodes enough to know the dialogue and the images by art.
exactly. So I figured out that it's like if I can't watch it, I'll listen to it.
Just like we did with Harley that
When
the
Harley
Harley
passed gas. Hmm.
the Harley pass gas fart
Yeah.
pass gas sequence. And what was the name of that Batman and
Batman and
Harley
Harley
Quinn?
Quinn. Yeah.
Well, she did try to warn him.
I know. Because of those chicken wings. Yeah, that's true. It was those chicken wings, but at least I don't eat them anymore.
Go teriyaki. They're not spicy.
That's true.
All right, well, I think it's time to call this episode, you guys.
I agree.
Already?
And yes, it's 10:10 almost. Yeah, and listen, I do apologize for falling asleep. It's just I wasn't out of boredom. I'm just tired.
Well, I'll tell you
And if
what.
people and if our fans want us to have another discussion like this about technology and the merits of certain companies and all that, don't be afraid to message us on our Facebook page
Mhm.
and shoot us some ideas because I can guarantee you I probably have an opinion about a tech company if you have a tech company you're interested in hearing about.
Yeah, there's Facebook, Discord even. Our Discord
Hmm.
server. They can do that too.
Yep. So don't be afraid to hit us up. And I'm gonna bounce out, you guys, because I'm
Okay.
gonna get back to playing this game with my friend.
All
But
right.
yeah, I figured I'd do this tonight just to have fun. And Ashley, Shirley,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope you guys don't think I was attacking you guys personally for owning
No,
Apple
not by a
No,
long
devices.
shot. It's
not at all.
perfectly fine. Because there are things I like about Apple, and there are things I don't like about Apple. So
Agreed.
All right, well, I'll talk to y'all later.
okay,
Later, Frodo.
later.
Later.
All right, so this is the plan for the rest of
Take
the week.
care, Frodo.
Yeah, this is the plan for the rest of the week. Wednesday, tomorrow, is our special guest, LaShawn Colvin, the creator of her graphic novel Beautiful Soldiers and a native of right here, Montgomery. Yes. So yeah, we'll have a good time with her tomorrow night, and then Thursday we're going all Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah, we're gonna do
I'm
all
Oh,
Among.
looking forward to that. I'll try to take a nap during the day so I won't be yawning.
Yeah, and then of course Friday our last episode of the 2020 season before we go into 2021. It's going to be our double episode of Family Friendly Cards Against Humanity and Among Us, and we're just going to have a double good time with that one.
So an hour for
Cards
Cards
Against
Against
Humanity and
Humanity
an
and an
hour
hour. So we're
for
making it a 2 hour show on Friday.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. So
yeah.
we're gonna have fun for the rest of the week. So
Hell, we're going to have fun for the rest of the year.
yep, that's true too.
Yes.
And I'll tell you this: during that 2 weeks off, I'm gonna see if I can make a few changes here and there, especially some of the animation stuff, make them look even better for 2021. All right, so
Oh, by the
first,
way, I did like the opening animation for this episode tonight too.
yeah, well, I'm working on the ones tomorrow for LaShawn's show. So, and I'm gonna be heading to her shop tomorrow, which is by the way 5 minutes from my house, and tell and, t-
Hey.
and tell her exactly how we do this. So this is not gonna be difficult, trust me. All right, but anyway, first things first, I'm gonna do the ending. I'm gonna use our usual Tune In Tuesday ending. So
to license it.
all right, so all I'm gonna say is love, peace, and
Love,
chicken
peace, and chicken
grease.
grease.
Everybody have a great night. Sleep well. Stay safe. Be careful if you're going to be getting into that snowstorm in the Northeast. It's going to be raining down here. So,
Sounds like 12 to 18 inches.
yeah,
Oh.
of snow up there. I think we're probably going to like one. I think it's like 1 to 2 inches of rain here, maybe. I don't know. I'm glad that guy cut the
Yeah,
yard. I'm glad that guy cut the yard earlier today. So,
yeah, the reason why I say that is because Ash's sister Abby lives in New York City.
Yeah, she does.
what part of New York State?
New York City.
Brooklyn?
Ouch. Oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna get
Brooklyn.
that.
Oh, I got one word to say for your friend. Burr.
Sister.
My sister.
Sister.
Your sister Burr.
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna go to, yeah, it's gonna be snowing in Brooklyn. All right. All right.
I don't want to pay $5.99 a week.
Yeah, that's a bit
What?
much. That's a bit much for that. What is it?
Oh, it's some in-app purchases on my game of sandballs.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. Um. All right, so we'll wrap it up for tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow for our special show with LaShawn Colvin. So have a nice night,
Have a good
everybody.
night,
See ya.
everyone.
Night,
See you
everyone.
tomorrow.
Salute.
Salute.